Welcome to the channel, my fellow humans from planet Earth. All of us have those moments where we feel down and feel less confidence, as self-confidence is a fickle thing. Confidence is something that some have tremendous amounts of it in them, while others barely have anything at all. Well, the truth is, those who seem to have very little self-confidence often possess a strength that they are not aware of, or do not give themselves credit for, because they have been told that they are weak. And furthermore, they start to convince themselves that they are weak. This is because over the time they tend to build some habits without even realizing that these habits strips away the confidence that most of them actually do have. However, the good news is, as with any other habits, these habits that slowly kill your spirit can be changed, and the first step, of course, is to recognize them. Well, without further ado, let's see what these habits are. First up, allowing others to make decisions for you. Confidence is built by expressing your desires in honest and empowering ways. See, you can't be confident if you don't know what you want or don't believe that your opinions actually matter. Now, this can only happen when you listen to yourself, trust yourself, and follow through on things you want in life. Never let anyone pressure you to do something they want instead of considering your needs. Never let them try to control or manipulate you, because if that happens, your confidence will surely suffer. Next, lowering your standards. Lowering your standards just to make yourself feel okay with whatever happens literally means accepting less than what you deserve. Sure, lowering your standards will make things more comfortable or convenient for you. And while it might seem to be an easy solution at the moment, it won't help your confidence in the long run. In fact, lowering your standard lowers your self-worth and causes more problem than it solves. Also, once you start doing it for one thing, you are most likely to do it for others as well. We may not all hold the same values, and that's okay. But if you have a set of standards, then stick to them. It will make you happier and definitely more confident. Next up, social media living. This one is an interesting one, guys. I cannot say how many times that people have told me what disappointing lives they have compared to their friends on social media. When we delve deeper into what they are talking about, one could easily find out that they are comparing their lives to this portrayal that people are putting on social media. What you see today on social media is the most romantic relationship in the world, the best kids you could ever find, and other success stories after stories one is achieving in life. But let me tell you this, people are only putting their best moment for others to see. They are not showing themselves being a couch potatoes watching Netflix the whole day, or a fight with their partner, or their kids marking the walls. I urge you to understand that most people are actually painting a false picture of themselves and not actually showing what their everyday lives are like. There could be a few exceptions to that, not disputing that. However, for most, their everyday life is actually much more like your everyday life. So don't lose the confidence in yourself by getting influenced by what you see on social media. Next, negative thinking. If you just stop for a moment and think how many times per day you feed into negative self-talk, you will be astounded. For instance, when you look in the mirror, when you wake up and you criticize the bags under your eyes, when you tell yourselves that you look fat in the outfit you have put on, when you say that the report you turned in was not good enough, that the presentation you gave could have been better, that you are not going to ask that person out for coffee because they will say no. You will have to replace these negative thinking with positive and realistic thoughts. One way to do that is try and catch yourselves saying something negative to yourselves, and then challenge the validity of that thought. If it holds no merit, replace it or let it go. This should not only help you drive more positive thoughts, but also help you feel more confident. Next, comparing yourself to others. Comparison is toxic and hurts your self-esteem because we believe the myth that our body, our intellect, or another quality we possess is less valuable than other persons. One of the studies on social comparison out of Stanford University found that unhappy people feel confident when they've learned they have performed well on a task, but when they found out that their peers did better, that confidence diminishes. Focus on yourself and your goals, not on others. Next, perfectionism. This one might seem to be an odd one, but somehow people have got the idea that they need to be and everything they produce needs to be perfect. They are not able to stop and look around and realize that true perfection does not exist. It's putting a completely unattainable level of pressure and burden upon themselves. People have got the idea that they have to look perfect, work perfectly, act perfectly at all times. This creates a situation where people are exceptionally hard on themselves when they do not achieve this level of perfection. They take a huge hit to their self-esteem as they consider anything less than perfect is a failure. They believe they are not worthy because they are not perfect. Once you learn that there is no such thing as perfection and that no one actually expects that out of you, you can gain a more realistic image of yourselves and start to build your self-confidence. Next, staying stuck in the past. As per a well-known hypnotherapist, Sasha Cariona, if you are consistently referencing the negative things that were said and done to you in your past, particularly during your childhood, you are slowly destroying your self-confidence. By internalizing all that negative stuff, you tend to make it a part of your lives. Instead, what you should be really doing is learning to forget the bad memories of the past and focus on the present. Now, if you are willing to get back your confidence, it's important to ditch these habits which could potentially be hurting your self-esteem. It might no doubt take some time, but cultivating new ways of thinking can help you get to where you want to be emotionally and feel the best about yourself and build up your self-worth and confidence. Since now you are aware about the bad habits that you should avoid to avoid losing your confidence, you may want to watch this video here which talks about the things that you may want to accept in your life if you want to attain peace and happiness in your life. Hopefully, we'll see you again in the next video. Until then, adios fellow humans.